was incredible to shoot there, and it's definitely very haunted. There were a lot of strange experiences and strange noises. Crew members were talking about weird things they heard.
You started off in the YouTube space as a film critic, so I have to know, is there any fellow YouTuber that you're anxious to see their Shelby Oaks review?
um, yeah, all of them. I don't know. There's like one specific. I mean, I've watched and read plenty of reviews at this point, and it's been really gratifying to see the support from the community and people that some people even who even helped get the movie made, backers and stuff. It's been really, really great. I've just been all over the whole country with this backer tour that we did and meeting folks. And I did a lot of stuff with other YouTubers too. There's been some really fun people I've met too that I didn't know that much about, like Patrick Tommaso, who does really great YouTube videos. And I had seen this video he did about like why movies don't look like movies anymore. And I was really impressed with like how he was able to approach that topic from like the lens of cinematography, and and I just did a video with him. So yeah, I mean, it's just been really fun to like meet people in person and just have conversations like this.
Yeah. Well, and after having this experience of making and releasing your own film, do you have anything that you wish you could tell your younger film critic self?
No, honestly, nothing that I would want to tell my younger film critic self. But if I could tell my younger self when I was a teenager who was trying, to figure out how to make movies and wondering how in the world it could ever happen when I was like trapped in a literal cult, I would tell that person to not give up, and that if you just keep going, you'll get there. And you might find a weird back alley way of getting there, but you will get there.
Well, and when it comes to the story of Shelby Oaks, what was your biggest inspiration?
The two biggest inspirations for sure while I was writing it were Lake Mungo, the 2008 Australian mockumentary, and then a Japanese film called Noroi, which is also a mockumentary. And both of them sort of play in the realm of mixed media and telling their story in sort of a structurally different way. And I've loved those movies. They scared the crap out of me when I was younger, and into my adulthood, they still scare me. Those were definitely the two biggest touchstones while I was writing the movie.
Well, and I heard that there's a different version this is a different version than what people saw at festivals last year. What did that additional shooting entail?
3 days of honestly mostly effects work. We wrapped our movie and we were all very proud of it, but we didn't have any money left. When you make an indie movie in Ohio with like honestly about $1 million, truthfully, at the end of the day, a little less than $1 million to shoot the movie, you run out of money pretty quickly. And there were things in our script that we really missed that we just weren't able to do. Most of them involving gore and some animal work. And when Neon bought the movie, they read my original draft and they were like, hey, there's like 2 or 3 things in here that you didn't put in the movie and we're just wondering why. And the truth is that we just didn't have the money. And they gave us 3 extra days, mostly in a green screen environment, to splatter some blood around. And then we had some dogs imported from Siberia, from Sweden, and from Russia to do like some extra dog work and some stuff that honestly would just tank an indie production. Like we had literally an entire day just for dogs. And there was no way we could have done something like that when we were shooting the movie in Ohio. So, kudos to Neon for letting us put some of those things that I had already wanted to be in the movie, but we had run out of money, but we got to do it.
Importing dogs, that's something that you got to hang your hat on for an indie filmmaker.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Well, and Mike Flanagan is one of my favorite filmmakers, and having his name on anything feels like one of the biggest stamps of approval you could get. So what was it like for you to have Mike want to champion your film?
Genuinely, like I still actually don't quite believe it. It's tough I feel like I'm floating kind of, like it's very surreal. He's such a good person. He's such a nice guy, obviously a great filmmaker. And, when he saw a rough cut of the movie, I sent him an assembly cut of the film that I did myself. And it's just like a 2.5 hour, the worst the movie will ever be. There's no sound effects, there's no score, there's no CGI or anything. The movie hasn't even been colored yet. It's just this gray, featureless, file that I sent him. But he saw the value in it and was like, I really want to be involved now after having seen that. And so it was quite amazing.
That's awesome. Well, and if I'm not mistaken, you actually filmed at the prison used in Shawshank Redemption.
That's right. Yep.
That must have been surreal. Like, was there any attempt to clear the Shawshank name so you could use it and actually call it Shawshank?
Oh my God, no, no, I would never dream of doing that. But it was incredible to shoot there, and it's definitely very haunted. There were a lot of strange experiences and strange noises. Crew members were talking about weird things they heard. We were there for a couple nights, but it was amazing, and it was also great to like take an indie crew into the space, having, they had read the script and it's described as a rusted 7-story prison, and they're all like, where is this, how are we going to do this, like we don't have the money for this, and then to actually go to the place and be like, here it is, it's like real, we don't even have to do anything, it already exists. Was pretty cool.
That's amazing. Well, and I know at one point, like, you wanted to keep the non-found footage aspect of the film a secret. What made you want to take that route?
Well, I mean, I think the idea, and I'm glad we did this for Fantasia, because the idea was it would be really cool if we could only market the movie as a found footage film. And when people see it at festivals, it's kind of like, no, there's more. And at Fantasia, there was no trailer at the time, there was no poster, nothing. And when we showed it, when that switch happens, it was like the Super Bowl. The whole theater just erupted. It was really amazing, and that is an experience I wish we could have maintained. But the reality of marketing a movie for like a global audience means you kind of have to let them know what they're going to see. Yeah. But yeah, I do. I'm glad that we had at least that one experience with it.
That's awesome. Well, and I know you've been entrenched in Shelby Oaks for years at this point, but do you have an idea of what kind of film you want to make next?
I do. I love the genre space. I love action. I love thrillers. I love horror. I am trying to pitch an action film right now, and I'm hoping that it seems to be going pretty well, but we'll see what happens. But I also have like a more serious drama that I'd love to make one day about the Jehovah's Witnesses, actually, and some of the things that they've hid behind closed doors that the public doesn't know about. So that's a goal too.
Well, and Neon is one of my favorite companies these days. They are just putting out such good stuff. Do you plan on trying to continue that relationship?
I would very much love to, yes.
What about with Flanagan? Have you talked to him about potentially doing more?
Yeah, we have actually, and he's so busy. He's shooting Carrie right now, but yeah, no, we have it. I mean, of course, there's no way I would ever say no to working with him again.
Yeah. Well, that's all I have for you, Chris. This has been great. You have a great rest of your day.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you for clicking on our video, everybody. If you like what you saw here, please make sure you like the video and subscribe and share with your friends who like this sort of content. Joe Blow was created by movie fans for movie fans, and we appreciate your support.